Hello everyone and welcome back to day 7 on my island Cottontail. Today we are going to be building a super cute area and we're finally going to be starting on the houses. I'm so excited. This is what we built in our last build yesterday. This is probably my favorite build on the island now. I just love a cute little tea party, especially with all the little extra tiny pieces and cakes and the little bears. I don't know, I just really love this build. But yes, we're going to be continuing from here. We're going to stick a bridge in first and I'm probably going to stick a waterfall right here as well. But we're actually going to be making a start on the houses, like I said, which is crazy because we haven't done a house yet. We're a week into this. We need to do some sort of houses. But right, there's no time like the present. Let's jump straight on into this, do a bit of terraforming. I need to change this river so that it looks so pretty when we do our waterfall. So yeah, let's do a little bit of shaping here on the corners. I don't like it to look too square sometimes. It's okay in some situations, of course. Also, we need to make sure it's wide enough for us to pop a bridge in. Now, we're going to fill in those corners. So like I said, they're a bit rounded. And this is where the waterfall's going to go. So we need to join this bit of terraforming with the terraforming that's already here from our last build so that we can make the cliff and do whatever we need to do up there later. But there you go, look at that, looks lovely, joined nicely. We will be filling in that gap, by the way, today in front of that terraforming, just a little spoiler for you, and it's going to be worth waiting for that bit towards the end. But right, let's take a quick visit to Tom Nook. We need to get a bridge. Again, sorry the videos are so short. I just feel so bad about it, but it's just the way that it's been filmed and edited, and to try and fit it in 25 days. It's crazy how I probably could have fit this in less days. That's kind of funny to me. But here we go. Here's our bridge. We've gone with the wooden bridge. My favorite bridge in the game. I think it's just perfect. I love it for this island too, and we did a little bit of a time travel. There's our bridge popped in place, and now we can actually make a start on working on the build. But first of all, let's get that waterfall in place just so we can see what it looks like when we go to do our final tour right at the end. And look, we got sweet Eon again, bobbing her little towel in the background. She's so cute. She's my favorite squirrel villager. Let me know your favorite squirrel villager down below. Even though this isn't a squirrel island, we can still talk about them because I feel like every single squirrel is adorable in this game. There isn't a bad one. I don't think anyway. But right, let's sort out some pathway. We're of course bringing our dirt path along. I will be using a different code on top of this path on this side of the bridge. I'm going to use the borders that we have. I don't know if you remember the borders that we used in the Able Sisters build. I'm going to be using those instead of the brick on top. Also, we need to do a little bit of altering this terraforming back here because I always like to put little squares down on the ground so I know where the placement of the house is going to be. And at the moment, it's definitely too far forward, hence why we changed the terraforming a little bit so we can push that house a bit backwards. I'm also going to bring the pathway up this way. I will be popping an incline going up to the upper terraforming from there, and also another house on this side, which we will do in tomorrow's video. I already know who's going to move here. I'm so excited. I mean, you will as well. I probably put her on the thumbnail, but I'm going to have the Bubblegum sisters. Why not, you know? I know they're not the right color scheme. They're pink and blue, but I just had to have them. You can't have a rabbit island and only have one of them or neither of them. Absolutely not. So I'm going to have the Bubblegum sisters, although their houses I think are both pink and blue. So I'm definitely going to have to make sure I get those changed with Happy Home Paradise, which I haven't even finished yet. I need to start it, finish it. Actually, I think I've started it. I think I've done like 5 houses. And I didn't go back to it yet. So I'm gonna have to make sure I do that to at least, at the bare minimum, change the exterior of the houses. I'm gonna see how I go with interiors. Interiors aren't my favorite thing to do in this game, but we'll see how we go. But anyway, let's put that border all the way around our dirt path like I said I was going to do. I think just breaks the two parts of the island up very nicely. And then here's the map. I was looking through trying to figure out which villager I should add to these 2 spaces. And that's when I thought to myself, the Bubblegum twins, they'd be perfect. Unfortunately, I have 2 more plots to put down on my island. So at this current moment, we only have 8 villagers, which means we have 2 more spare plots that we just go and pick up from Tom Nook, place down on the island. And there it is. There's the empty plot. Absolute perfect. Which means I can go and get the 2 Bubblegum sisters from the Treasure Island. Now today we're only going to be doing one of the Bubblegum sisters, and I decided to go with our lovely pink princess Chrissy. I love Chrissy. I don't think I've ever had Chrissy and Francine on my island. I don't remember. Let me know if you know, but who's your favorite Bubblegum sister, Chrissy or Francine? I think I like Chrissy just because she's pink. I like pink. I do like blue as well, but you know, pink is cute as well. But now that we've got Chrissy's house in place, we can start adding some details around her house, little bits of decoration. I'm going to start with some vertical board fence behind her house. Of course I am. I'll be doing pretty much the same thing for Francine as well. We were doing her house in tomorrow's video. But yes, we're definitely going to have to do that HHP to change the color of the house. Even though I love the exterior of the house, I think it's so precious with it being blue and then the pink door and roof. It just doesn't match the rest of the color scheme on the island. So I will be doing that. I will be changing her house. Now, instead of going with hedges in between the simple wood fence that we put down, I decided to go with bushes. You know, why not change it up a little bit? I feel like I always go hedge, fence, hedge, fence, hedge, fence. So I decided to change it up with our bushes that we've been using around our island. I find in front of the villager houses is sometimes quite difficult to decorate. I either go for the wood floor, or I go for like a pathway, or I go for a road, like continuation of a sidewalk or something. And I really try my best to change it up each time. This time I did go for the little ledge and then I didn't like it. So as you can see, I moved the ledge over to the side of Chrissy's house instead. And then I just went with the wood paneling, the white wood paneling, and then a bit of dirt coat in front. I think it looks okay. I think it does. We might at the end of, you know, when we finish the island completely, go around and add some more dropped items like leaf piles and things like that. Maybe some more carrots everywhere. So if you think to yourself, oh, maybe you should drop a leaf pile there, I probably will at the end. Knowing me, I like to go around at the end and add extra little bits, especially the dropped items. Sometimes I don't always have them in my storage, so I have to go pick them up from the treasure island. And I tend to just do that at the end. I like run around my island, pick up all the sticks, and also drop things. There we go. There's another question for you all. Do you like having dropped items around your island? So it could be dropped anything. So it could be dropped books or dropped carrots, vegetables, anything really, star frags. Let me know down below. I'm very curious if a lot of us like to drop things around our island or not. Or do you find it too messy sometimes? You know what can be too messy sometimes? Too many different variations of flowers. I think it can be. So if you have too many colors, I think it can be a little bit too much. I used to love putting every color on my island, and then I just stopped doing it because I was like, it's making it a little bit messy for me in my head. But you know, each to their own, I guess. Now outside Chrissy's house, we're giving her a little bit of a simple exterior. She got a bistro table, a lovely little stool, a vine bench just to add something. I didn't know what else to put there. I guess I could have stuck a mushroom. I think this is the first piece of vine furniture I've used on this island, so go me. I'll probably use some more when we make a little farm area, which I will be doing. You know I'm going to make a farm. I love a farm area. Yes, I do. And we've actually finished Chrissy's area now, and I want to work on this little patch that I told you we'd be working on earlier. This is a cute build, honestly. I know what it is because I've already built it. I've already seen it, but it is going to be a little laundry area. I thought to myself, what would be an adorable cottagecore build that would fill this tiny space? At first, I was just going to add wash lines and add a wash basket, and then I was like, wait, no. We're going to have a full-blown little laundry area, and it's gonna be so cute. Maybe it's like a shared one that Chrissy and Francine used together. I mean, I could have really built this on the beach, but we needed something to fill a piece of area on land, so this is what it's gonna be. And if you've been here a while, you know I have an obsession with tiny little decorated areas like post offices, bike parking, car parking, little train stations. You bet I'm gonna have a new obsession with laundry areas now. You wait till you see them on every single island. Well, every island that I could possibly do it on. But yeah, I was just thinking, I don't know what theme I'm gonna do next. We've got crayon, which like I said, I have plans for, but I just don't know what I'm gonna do next. Also, look at this laundry area. It came out so cute. All I used was wash lines, a table, an iron set, a little basket, the washing machine, the wash tub, a stool, and some stacked clothes and a drop sock. Seems like that's a lot of stuff. When you add it up in your head, it's a lot of stuff for such a small area, but it is worth it because I love adding little details to my island. But there it is. We have finished today's builds. These were so much fun to do. I'm obsessed with the laundrette. I really am. And I hope you enjoyed it too. But now it's time to look around the area we built today. So here's our laundry spot, and I don't know, I love this yellow washing machine. I absolutely adore it. Why is it so pretty? If I could get away with having a yellow washing machine in my real house, I would. I mean, there's nothing stopping me apart from if I can't find it or if it's too expensive. But other than that, I love it. Very, very cute. Also love the little store with the clothes on. I think that's adorable too. And then if we cross over the bridge, we get to Chrissy's house. Very simple house design. I think it will look better once we've terraformed to the left as well and stuck in her sister's house. I have a good idea for her sister, which I'm very excited to show you. It won't be exactly identical to this build, just the shape of it almost. Like the fencing and things like that will be the same, but look at it. So precious. I actually really love the bistro table too. Maybe I'll use more of those in the future. And there we have it. We finished looking around what we built today. As always, I have so much fun creating these builds, so I hope you enjoy watching them. Now, if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love it if you could like, comment, and subscribe. Come join the Jelly Bean family. Have the most wonderful of days, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.